Sometimes you feel like a nut.
Hello farmers and welcome back to Mercury Farms. It is early morning. You probably saw me doing a little bit of work in the early morning hour before the sun even came up actually. So, I flew in last night from the Pacific Northwest, and usually I sleep on the plane. I could not sleep on the plane. I got back here just as the sun was setting and I still could not sleep. So I thought, you know what, let's just do some log runs from our new field. So that's why we're up to almost $200,000. I think I started at $60,000 or $80,000 when I got back. So yes, we're almost up to 200 grand from selling one row, I think a row and a half of logs I finally got to take care of. And then I still couldn't sleep, so yeah, we started chipping away at the stumps from the trees, and now here we are early morning. I just can't sleep because of the news that we got from Bill when we were leaving the Pacific Northwest that he doesn't really, he said don't bother coming in next week. Yeah, when they mentioned the budget, I didn't know that meant that possibly the farm could be going up for sale. I kind of expected when we started we could have problems with the investors because, they're the one ditching out the money. And right now they're not getting no money back on the no return money on their investment right now. So I was expecting, if anything, problems with the investors, not the town vetoing the budget for the farm. So, but during the night I did happen to text Bill just to keep me informed of what's going on with the farm, how they're going to sell it. Do they tend to just sell vehicles as people come? Is it going to be an auction? What's the deal? Or are they going to sell it all as one? No reply because I texted him in the middle of the night. So, I mean, maybe he doesn't even know yet because the vote was just really yesterday. So maybe the committee's got to get together and figure out what they're going to do. But meanwhile, I'm just running on adrenaline and a little bit of jet lag. But we're going to get some work done on our farm today anyways. I mean, we already have. So, yeah, I did make a little bit of a profit overnight. Not much because someone is leasing a tree harvester. Yeah, that's us. We are because we still got like two, or actually we'll just call it 3 rows. We got 3 rows of trees still to cut down. So that's why we have it. But it's worth the money. I mean, I paid $4.5 grand somewhere in there because we went over the extra day. So, I mean, yeah, that's like 1/4 of a log trailer load to the sawmill. So it doesn't hurt us too much, obviously. But the quicker I can get those trees done, the better, so I can return the tree harvester. I just gotta remind myself to take care of that lonely little tree way down in the corner, so when I do work, I don't have to worry about that tree anymore. But yeah, we'll take care of that tree at some point. So after we get done weeding this field, we're going to go over to the field right across from the silo. We're going to do a headland. Yeah, headland should be enough. And then set this guy off on a worker. And he should be fine after that on his own. And then we're going to grab our harvester, which I probably should have prepared and brought him over. But he's kind of over in the livestock market field, as we're calling it. But I need to come over and harvest these couple fields over here, because I really kind of want to start getting this area over here situated, meaning cleaned up, and start expanding our parking area. Move our house down here. That's another plan, just to make it more local. Up on the hill, we're not really using it that much anyway, so I'd rather move it down here. Put some trees down, make it like maybe a little pond, and of course the silo, which is, yeah, we got to move that silo. Then maybe put down more sheds. I never got around to getting the T8 up to the BGA to start compacting that chaff, and I don't think he'll get there today either. So we'll see how that goes, but I want to get this all weeded out before they hit stage 2, because then I have to use herbicide, which, you know, costs us a little bit more extra money. I mean, it does take a worker a little bit longer to weed out a field like this because the implement is not as big, but in hindsight, it's not as much if I were to use herbicide. At least I don't think it would be. I never... You know, that's a lot of calculation, and right now my brain can't function on calculation. Yeah, so the harvester is way over yonder, so I have to go grab that. And let's see, the only, well, yeah, we got the big trailer, or I can just put it in storage, I guess, is what I could do for now. And see how it goes. To be honest with you, I don't remember what we have to harvest over here. I want to say it's soybean and canola, or is it oats and canola, or is it just 2 crops that I have to harvest? I'm going to go with the last thing I said. Is 2 crops that I have to harvest, because I don't remember what they are exactly. Now these 2 fields that we are one that we have weeded and the one we're weeding now, these are fields that we did with a sprayer, or digestate injector. Just deal with it when I say sprayer, because that's what I'm probably going to say more times than not. So yeah, so these fields are already double fertilized. We don't have to worry about them too much, especially after we weed them. So they'll be good to go until it's time for harvest. But I really need to focus on that livestock market field. Wow. Yeah, get those trees out of there. 1 for the money, 2 for the show, 3 to get it ready. Go, baby, go. So we can put down some sugar beet and have a nice sugar beet harvest. But like I said, I've been kind of working all night, taking out those trees, bring them to the sawmill. Those guys are gonna be in shock, because I think I brought like 4 or 5 loads of logs to them, so they're going to be a busy day. It is kind of neat, because I think that's the first time I've really been around the map at night. So when you go up to the sawmill, there's no workers there. I told myself I need to go to the shop, because I've always been told when you go to the shop after, when it turns dark, the woman is gone and there's a guy there, and I didn't get around to it, so that didn't happen. Alright, so I'm just going to make one more pass down here, kind of. And then I need to do this little cubby hole over here just to get it done. And then we can set this guy up for worker, and we're going to harvest some 2 fields. Very small fields. Very, very small. So it shouldn't take us too long to go through there. But as I was saying, so I was working tonight. You know, my mind's going on about the Pacific Northwest and what's going to happen there, and I don't know at this point. Like I said, I was expecting trouble from the investors. I won't say trouble, but, you know, them wanting to know where the money is, because we've been there for a while, and really no money has been paid back off to them. So they got to be wondering what's going on with their investment. Although they're the ones, well, I shouldn't say they're not getting money back. They're the ones getting the money on the interest. So we're paying 160 grand per night. They're the ones getting the money on that, because it's their money that they laid out. It's not the bank. It's not the communities or the towns. It's the investors. So they're getting some cash back, but Alright. Somewhere over the rainbow, I think it's right here-ish. Can you go off on a worker? I'll let you go for a little bit, then we'll check our PDA map and make sure you're getting all the weeds. It is crucial. Yeah, you look like you're going to be fine. Someone didn't drive in the straight line. That could be me. Yep, he's going to miss some. Now the question is, because I can get him far enough over, which way is he going to go to weed? If he goes to the right, he's going to weed for like about 5 meters and say, hey, my job's done, dude. How about that? I'm going to be like, yeah. What about the other 90% of the field that you missed? Which way are you going to go? Wait, or is he backing up and... okay, yeah, we'll let him go. He's good. I'll get this little strip later on. Meanwhile, back at the ranch, that's my corn header. I don't think I need the corn header. Do I? So it's oats and soybean. So that requires the other header. No problem. We can do that, and I'm sure I can fit the entire field, both fields, in the harvester. Just not at the same time. So I'll have to put it into a trailer or do the hokey pokey and get my pipe into the silo and do that little trick. So yeah, once again, as I was saying about the Pacific Northwest, I have an idea. I have a few ideas. I mean, really, should I have any ideas? Because I have nothing to do with the Pacific Northwest other than I've been working there for 4 weeks. Does that seem right? Or has it been longer than that? I don't know. I forgot how long it's been. But yeah, I've been working there and haven't got paid a penny yet. So I have a little bit of say. Say what you want. Alright, let's drop that off. Where's my... Oh, it's over there. Like, my header usually parked there. Yeah, I know. I've been really neglecting putting my equipment back away on this farm for many reasons. One, I'm lazy. And two, I have been running out of space, but I can't say I'm running out of space when I'm not parking them where they belong. But really, I'm just trying to get this all going and put up new parking spaces. Then I'll put everything where it needs to be. But right now, I'm just being lazy. I'm surprised the community around here hasn't given me grief for being lazy. Oh, it was folded. Let's fold it back up. Gotta watch out for the barbed wire fence. There's a barbed wire fence sticking out there. So really on the Pacific Northwest we are... Oh, it'd be nice if I unfolded the... Nope, damn it. Wrong button. I mean darn it, not damn it. Stop saying damn it. Damn it. Okay, unfold that. See, it's not from sleeping last night. Didn't sleep on the plane, didn't sleep when I got here. I was like, wait a minute, how come that didn't harvest that section? There it goes. So this field is going to be, well, total crap because I think it needs to be plowed. So here, let's go in here while we're... So it needed to be plowed. It needed lime. I did have one stage of fertilization on it, though. The other field has one stage of fertilization. It needs to be limed, but does need to be plowed. Yeah, so it's not going to be the best harvest out these fields, but then again, you know, it is what it is. Now, that other crop on the outside, I do believe that might be wheat that's out there. What the heck? What's going on here? Why? What's going on? Okay. Okay, I got soybean in the harvester. You're telling me it's soybean. What? Oh, what, am I missing something here? Okay, there's soybean in the harvester. So it's not like I'm trying to harvest a different crop. It says it's soybean. And it won't harvest. Let me turn off the header here. Turn the header back on. And we're harvesting. I think what's screwing this up a little bit is this extra crop at the end of the field. I think it's getting in the header, so I may have soybean in the harvester, but the header may have... Yeah, that's harvesting. I'm trying to figure out what that crop is at the end of the field. I've seen it there for a long time where the AI wasn't harvesting it, so let me just get the edge of this and just not even bother about that down there. And we don't have to worry about it anymore. Let's just stay away from that edge. I don't think it'll tell me on the PDA. I don't think I can see what it is. No, because it just shows soybean everywhere, but that's not soybean. Now I lost my train of thought, what I was saying before that problem. I think I'll say something that... I just gotta wait for Bill to get back to me to find out what they plan on doing with the farm itself and how they're gonna sell it. What's going on here with this field? Every time I try to talk about the Pacific Northwest, Mercury Farms is saying, no, you're playing on this map, let's talk about this map. And I'm like, no, I can talk about both maps at the same time. Can we just harvest these crops? There it goes again. I don't get it. Alright, I'm staying away from the edges of the field. I'm not sure what's going on. But whatever happens to this field, it's getting plowed into the ground. And maybe it knows it's going to be a parking lot and doesn't want to be harvested. Who would have thought harvesting a small field would have been so difficult? And really for the... I'm not even going to get even 3,000 liters off this field. It's not worth my aggravation at this point. I was hoping to get the house planted down actually this episode, but the way it's going, maybe not. And the reason why I want to start with the house down here is just because I can place the house and work around it. But it's starting to get just a little bit too difficult. Alright, so are we sure about harvesting the rest of this field now? Yeah, maybe I'll just worry about harvesting the fields and getting the rest of the hedges down. I kind of want to try to keep these trees there for funsies. Oh, and I got straw to pick up as well. Ugh. Alright, let's see if I can stick my pipe in the hole here and unload this thing. I think I have to actually keep the pipe in and bang the header against the silo wall. Alright, so this is what you gotta do. You gotta do that. I've done this a few times. And why that's opening. Did I get it? Oh, not close enough? Really? There we go. See how it works? You just gotta bang on your header a little bit and, you know, hit the brick wall and get it all taken care of. And then try to rip your pipe off your harvester while it tries to fold back in. Alright, let's not give me any problems, and you know what, since I gotta pick up straw anyways over here, let's enable straw swath. And yeah, we'll get some straw out this field as well. So a mod I was trying out before I started recording was the third-person camera mod that's in the mod contest. It seems good. I just wish there was a button to activate it and deactivate it, meaning, so like when you start the game, you're automatically in third-person mode. You can use the mouse on the PC to go back into first-person mode, but you can't switch back into third-person mode until what you can do is you have to like hop into a vehicle and then jump back out, and you automatically go back into third-person mode. So I was trying to get it to where you can just hit I was hoping it was a button that was like always on or always off. But I couldn't get it to work that way. So if I'm using it wrong, let me know, because I'm pretty sure I am. Because I always do. And that's the way I go. Yep, and I know I'm jet lagged and tired because I'm glad we're harvesting some oats because I need them for the horses. And I caught myself just before I actually said it because I just realized I don't have horses on this map. Alright, here. Yeah, so we'll get this field harvested, and then our case Puma should be pretty much done weeding that field. And then I can put the wood chipper back on the front of it and take care of these hedges over here. And maybe between episodes I'll pick up this straw, now we have some clean fields, and maybe do some tree harvesting as well. The logs can stay on the ground for now, but I really got to get the tree harvester going and cut down those 3 rows of trees so I can return that, so I don't get billed for another day. So I got it for the rest of the day anyways. I've already paid the daily fee. The hourly fee can be whatever. I mean, I probably am going to use it for over an hour. Maybe not. I think when we got halfway done, I was still under a half an hour of usage. So maybe. But if I go over, whatever. That tree harvester is going to make us more than enough cash the couple days that I have it. But I'm hoping before I go to bed in this in-game day that we'll have a house planted down here. And we'll sell our house up there in the hill, because you can only have one sleep point available on a map. I did notice something else here. I forgot what episode it was, but we were selling logs up at the sawmill, so it must be just recently when we're cutting down those trees. We saw some lumber leaning up against, well, nothing. And I was like, well, that's interesting. Something used to be here for this lumber to be leaning up against. Well, last night while I was delivering the logs back and forth from the sawmill from our field, if you remember early on here in Mercury Farms, we were stopping at a food shack, if you will. The food shack I didn't see it there. The food shack is gone. And I don't know when that disappeared, because I stopped going there a while ago. Interesting. There's weeds in the middle of between fields, which I knew about, but I did not know I could harvest the weeds that were in between the fields. Well, I'm not technically harvesting them, but I am killing the weeds. That was interesting. Yeah, so I'll have to bring the loading wagon down and get the straw out of these fields, because, I mean, it is money. So the question becomes here is, you know, am I flying back to the Pacific Northwest next week? Right now, I got to say no, because I was told, you know, don't bother coming back next week. So I can kind of plan on being here for a while, except for that one day where I go to Hawke's Bay and act like a kid in a candy store and just run around. And actually, it's not like a kid in a candy store. It's like a kid having to go to church or something, because it's starting to be brutal running around constantly on that map. But I'm having fun doing it, but that's why I'm only doing it one day a week, because I couldn't handle it every day. Alright, so yeah, I might be here for a week or so. I don't know. Or I might be here for good. I have to see. We're in a holding pattern. So I did see a message pop up that our worker is done. So we're going to go over here. We're going to leave the oats in here just for now. I will put the pipe out, that way if I decide to grab the truck and trailer, I can unload it at any point. Now let's turn the engine off, be reasonable about it. Let's turn this back on so I can figure out where I need to go. Hello, I got straw in that field ahead of us as well. Well, if I needed straw, I got plenty of it. The good news is, well, there's a few things I need to buy. I do have enough cash at this point to also buy the Total Mix Rations mixer for our cows. Which means I can take straw, hay, and silage right up there instead of bringing it down to this silo. And then it can mix it, which means I could also sell my mixer and get some money back on that as well. Is that all the weeds? What the heck? I missed... What? Apparently... I don't want no pink in this field. There we go. Alright, let's lift this up. They're done weeding for the day and for a while, because right now I only got 2 fields with crops in them. And I said that slowly because as I was saying it, I was thinking, is that true? And yes, I do believe it's true. Alright, so now back to our repair shop, workbench if you will, and I want to put the wide tires with the weights back on. And to finish off the episode, we're going to finish off taking down these hedgerows. Narrow tires, no, wide weights. Wide tires and weights. I really need to check on the GPS and also course play to see if there's any updates. Only because, like I said, every time you go to the workstation and do not repairs but customize, it resets all your options. I think because the game sees it as a new vehicle. Is that lowered? No, now it's lowered. Okay, so now I have to find things. I think I see it. There we go. Now I just gotta be careful of not getting near that tree, because that tree would definitely fill up our capacity in here. I see this one. But our seed hut and fertilizer hut and workstation and pressure washer, they're all going to be moved somewhere. Wait for the sawdust to stop. There it goes. There's all that hedges. And now that that's all gone, I can come on this side and not worry about the tree being in the way. So actually, I just thought about this. You know, this is what some YouTubers call time travel. The date you're seeing this, basically it's a week now that Seasons will be out, and also the John Deere DLC will be out. And once again, I kind of chuckle to myself when they say the John Deere DLC, because it's a John Deere cotton harvester, and then there's like 5 pieces of McCormick equipment, and then 2 Lizard pieces of equipment. So there's not much John Deere stuff in it except for the harvester. And man, that must be one heck of a harvester for $840,000 somewhere in that area for that piece of machinery. And the scary thing is, like, okay, you may not want to buy it. I'll just go ahead and lease it to use it. Well, yeah, it's going to be an expensive piece of equipment to lease even. Alright, so I'm hoping, I don't think this is going to be the case, because I would like to leave the barbed wire fence on both sides of this road. Can you disappear, sir? Now, I really don't have a set plan of how to... Come on, Stump. Get out of there. There it is. So I really don't have a set plan of how I want to look in here. I always try building things no matter what kind of game I play. I have a set mind of how I would like to have it go. And then when I get done, it's nothing like my brain said it should look like. Because I'm a terrible builder. So we'll see. I'll try my best of making it look good in here. I mentioned before games I used to play, let's say City Skylines, Ark, games like that back in the day before I started doing YouTube videos. You know, Ark, you'd build your base or whatever, and I'm like, oh, I got an idea of how I want this to look like, and I get done, I'm like, a 5-year-old could do better than what I did. City Skylines, I was never, man. Oof. Alright, so I got to get rid of this barbed wire. Yeah, it's still there. I got to get rid of that barbed wire fence. Okay, so if I can do it like I just did before, if I hug it, it's not going to get rid of the post, hopefully. There we go. That's the way to do it. So it got rid of the barbed wire fence to the right, but it kept the post there. Perfect. That's what we wanted. That's what I'm talking about. So our entrance to our beautiful farm is going to be through here. We're going to pretty that up. I better turn that off before I cut myself or something. Let's turn that off. Lift it up, fold it up. Oh yeah, so the seed huts and everything. So pretty much I got to pick up the straw, which I'll definitely get done between next episode, as he says, and then you see tomorrow's episode and the straw is still there. Yeah, then we can start like placing this down and such. Like I said, I want to start with a farmhouse, maybe. Well, because once you get the farmhouse down, I can kind of figure out how I want to go. But I have some visions of the farmhouse kind of like going somewhere in this general area. This field over here that was giving me problems harvesting it. We're going to expand this over here. Probably put our silo down in here somewhere. A full-size wash station, workstation, and our sheds. And then up here, of course, we're going to get rid of this silo after we transfer from one silo to the other. And then put up more sheds for parking area, maybe two more. And I'm thinking, well, I don't know what I'm thinking. I'm jet lagged, I'm tired. I probably should go take a nap. It's like 9:20 in the morning. I think I'm going to go take a nap and, maybe get up at noon and try to do some small things. But sometimes sleeping a couple hours when you're tired and getting up later is worse. So maybe I'll just let the adrenaline run through me and just work through the day. But definitely got to get the straw done. We'll just hop down here quickly. So this is where we're at with the tree harvester. So I got this row here, which is, I did a couple trees. And I got 2 more rows to go there. And I picked up all the trees, as you probably saw at the beginning of the episode. Well, it's kind of hard because it's time-lapse, but I got like half a row of logs left here. And then, of course, all those. But like I said, the logs we don't care about. And got the potatoes, this crappy barley, which, it needs plowing. It's not fertilized and it's got weeds in it. So I thought, yeah, what's the point? And of course, cotton. Well, I don't have a cotton harvester, but maybe if I wait for that John Deere DLC out, and maybe by then I'll have 900 grand. I can buy the cotton harvester. And we can harvest this. And nah, I don't think so. We'll skip on that. Yeah, we'll just cut down the rest of the trees and buy stuff. So I think next episode, guys, we'll be over yon. No wait, that's our sheep farm right there. Somewhere right over there. In our main yard, maybe building a house and making a pond and putting up trees, maybe a couple of orchards behind the house, and is 200 grand going to cover it? I don't know. Wait to see and find out. So yeah, that's going to do it for today, guys. Hope you guys did enjoy the episode. I do appreciate you watching as always, and I'll catch you next time on Mercury Farms. But until then, have a good one.